In the previous episode, we saw how information becomes a formal criminal case through the registration of an FIR. But registering a case is only the beginning. The real challenge now begins: finding the truth. Identifying what happened, who was involved, why it happened, and whether the evidence can withstand scrutiny in court. The first few hours after a crime are among the most critical moments in any investigation. Evidence can disappear, witnesses can scatter, crime scenes can change rapidly. Every action taken during this stage can influence the outcome of the entire case. This is where the investigation truly begins. Once the FIR is registered, the investigating officer proceeds to the crime scene without delay. Under criminal procedure, the officer must inspect the location, assess the situation, and secure the scene. The objective is simple: preserve the original condition of the scene, prevent contamination, prevent destruction of evidence, prevent unauthorized access. At the same time, officers identify persons present near the scene who may later become witnesses. The scene is secured immediately. Officers establish perimeter control and restrict unnecessary movement. Victim safety response remain the first priority. Investigators begin observing entry points, exit points, possible escape routes, nearby vehicles, disturbed objects, blood patterns, and environmental conditions. Even before evidence is collected, the scene itself begins telling a story. Before anything is touched, moved, or collected, the scene must be documented thoroughly. Photographs and videography preserve the original condition of the crime scene. Investigators record the position of objects, bodies, vehicles, weapons, and signs of struggle. Spot mahazar or panchnama proceedings are conducted in the presence of witnesses wherever required. Rough sketch maps are prepared showing important locations, measurements, and spatial relationships. These records later become critical during reconstruction and courtroom examination. In serious offenses, forensic experts may assist investigators at the scene itself. Fingerprint specialists, biological experts, ballistic analysts, and forensic photographers help preserve scientific evidence. Their role is not merely collection, it is preservation, because improperly handled evidence may lose evidentiary value later in court. Investigators now begin systematic evidence collection. Physical evidence may include weapons, blood samples, fingerprints, footwear impressions, broken material, and other objects connected to the offense. Documentary evidence may include registers, ownership papers, bank records, travel records, and communication documents. Modern investigations also rely heavily on digital evidence: CCTV footage, mobile phone data, call detail records, emails, GPS information, electronic devices. Every exhibit is labeled, sealed, documented, and linked to seizure records. Maintaining chain of custody is essential for admissibility and credibility. At the same time, investigators identify potential witnesses, eyewitnesses, last seen witnesses, circumstantial witnesses, local residents, shopkeepers, security staff. Investigators attempt to determine who saw what, when they saw it, and how reliable their observations may be. Early witness identification is important because memories fade quickly over time. Investigators record witness statements during the investigation process. These statements help establish timelines, movements, identity, motive, sequence of events, and surrounding circumstances. Witnesses are orally examined by the investigating officer. Their statements are documented carefully for further investigation and later used during trial. Contradictions, omissions, and inconsistencies are also noted for verification. In important situations, certain statements may be recorded before a magistrate. These statements carry stronger procedural significance. They are commonly used in sensitive cases, vulnerable witness matters, confession-related issues, or situations where formal preservation of testimony becomes important. Recording before a magistrate adds additional evidentiary value and procedural reliability. By this stage, investigators have collected the first layer of facts. The crime scene has been documented, evidence has been seized, witnesses have been identified, statements have been recorded. But the central question still remains: who committed the offense? In the next episode, the investigation moves deeper into suspect identification, arrests, searches, interrogation, forensic analysis, and case diary procedures.